Yeah, lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot, it's a rock. Girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you was a writer, no, you're just an idol. You got me feeling like Big Sean in this 5, 4, 3, 2. I deserve a minute, wait a minute. Gotta get up and over, regain my composure. No longer my lover, finally finished and you did it. Girl, you really showed me, think with your heart, don't think with your body, clever. Sorry not sorry, sorry not Justin Timberlake, write me a river. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. You tried to convince me it was all in my head, and I felt like it's not you, it's me instead. I wanted to rock with you, roll with you. Said you was my baby girl, then you left me too. Everything was kosher, perfect like a poster. Then I got word that you wanna leave a picture. Off with somebody else, off with the jerk. Shame on me, I really thought that it could work. Off with somebody else, off with the loser. Shame on me, I really thought we had a. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. Okay. Yeah, lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot, it's a rock. Girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you was a writer, no, you're just an idol. You got me feeling like Big Sean.
What a wonderful weekend it was. And we are here with the topics. Just want to say manners and respect to each and everybody for having us here. I want to give thanks to the Real Entertainment Network as well, sorry. And we got a few things we want to talk about. But before we get into that, I just want to say, respect to Alan for pulling through for me from time to time. I'm holding the weight of the show from time to time when I'm absent, especially. So yeah, I gotta give you your roses while you're alive, bro. So yeah. Otherwise than that, all to you now.
Good night, everybody. I had a good weekend too. I had a cooking weekend. Well, a kind of cooking week, really and truly. The last couple of weeks. I don't know if you ever make tacos, but I make some tacos week of 4, and then weekend day I was trying some chicken fried rice. So I've been feeling cookish recently, so yeah. And then had some big fighting weekend. I don't know if you know what the fighting either, but Yeah, people getting knocked out and all them kind of thing. They had a couple good weekend, man. And you know this weekend is a big weekend in the Navy, so you got 5 man. So this weekend is a big weekend. So vibes going on. Carnival's that this weekend.
Wow. All it, and we said fight happened last weekend and all that type of stuff, right?
Yeah man, he had pay-per-view Saturday night. New champion, two new champion. Man, everybody get knocked out in the main event. Everybody. They didn't need no judges, no time. You check, so you had vibes going on. Weekend, the same Saturday night, they had the launch of Miss Jones. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Vibes going on. A lot of things going on.
Yeah, man, that's real good. And I just gotten word today that November 22nd, you know what I mean, will be double salary.
What I see some things going around, but I need you to understand the word and the street right now is just a fake thing going around, eh? You're referring to the letter that is being circulated?
No, referring to the Prime Minister's statement.
Oh,
I just, yeah.
oh, he made an actual statement saying that double salary is coming for real.
Yeah, because it's
So
on his birthday. It's on his birthday, so he gonna wanna drink from everybody.
I feel you. I feel you. Okay. Well, that's good for the civil servants, you know. A lot of people could make plans, right,
Well,
based off of that.
well, Alan, as we talk about the Prime Minister, you say you're gonna make a comment about the first 100 days, and the 100 days has already passed. So,
I had said I gonna make a comment about the first 100 days. Really and truly, when I see this 100 days things pass, this put me in the frame of mind that it is more of an American thing to do. You would see when the American president get in normally, they would be like after the first 100 days they give some kind of breakdown. But I don't recall saying I would give a comment of the first 100 days. But what you know, if you ask me for it, I still don't give one. Um, I feel like Labour has been genuinely trying to communicate with the public. I feel like you could see that they're trying to be transparent in order to build confidence with the public. I think that's why you see. I think that's why you see them doing, like, for example, the post cabinet meeting. So I, I see some. I see some want to do transparency. I think we will see the Prime Minister travel with members from neighbors to Taiwan. I think this is the first time he would have gone. I think you could see that they want to be transparent about what they're doing. I think that is about the most I could gather after 100 years at this time. Me wouldn't go too far in judging them,
mm-hmm.
like, extremely. I don't see them burning the house down. I just see them trying to get in control of what has been taking place. Um, I would like the AG to make a little more movement on the cannabis thing. You understand? Because really and truly, I like how you see the AG speaking about, like I said, the transparency. He would have brought out, I think, last week. He would have brought out some kind of information. One thing I didn't hear from the AG, government road card an extension to the hospital. Yeah, we're gonna go reach into that. But the AG was like, the public have a right to know. One thing why I'm missing from the AG is When you hear the AG say the public have a right to know, you got to understand that means he not gonna power. This is a man who supposed to got some kind of power. It's not just, I think that the public need to know, because that seemed like he only tried to shame the government that was before. I would like to hear what is going on. Like, for example, if you feel like the government was overcharged, is it possible? Is it possible we could get back the money there? Are we gonna just be complaining about the fact that we was overcharged? I haven't even, well, I didn't listen to the full interview. I only listened to it. But I don't know if he said, well, this is the normal rate versus what was charged. I would say, based on the figures, they seem reasonable. But I don't know. I would like, as I said, there are things that are within his power, and the cannabis laws. It's one of the things within his power. I would like to hear what they make some inroads in the things where you could make some inroads in. I feel like you could see that the Attorney General and the DPP, one hand can't clap. The Attorney General could have good intention, but if he start to roll with the DPP, he and the DPP is supposed to go lunch once a week. In reality, so that they could understand, this is what my office dealing with, and understand the things also that they have to be communicating with each other with. It's just like how we don't see a department. When you see the Ministry of Finance got to deal with everybody really and Julie. No, they have their singular thing, but education gonna want money. All kind of people, different people gonna want money. So you need to be communicating, and in this specific thing, you could see that if it's jail, anytime people bring up jail, me say that can't be the AG, that can be the DPP. So I see good intentions from Labour. See good intentions right now from Labour. That's about it. From the first 100 days. I don't know what you say so far.
In the same set of things, them you're just observing, I mean, and like they're more transparent, and like especially in House of Parliament and all this type of stuff, when they allow people to talk, and like and when they get the opportunity to talk, I mean, they say, imagine, like I could say particularly with Congress, Congress saying, imagine I never got this opportunity to talk, and now we're letting you have this opportunity when you didn't, when he was talking about times when he was muffled and all those type of things now, So
he doing he comparison shopping.
Yes.
Yeah, which one of them suffer the most, and which one is the more fear, and all of these things going on. Yeah.
And I want to talk about a little bit, because we don't know how deep we're gonna go right now. You know what I mean? I want to talk about the conch shell, because if conch was in there, the conch shell. Just listen to me when I say conch shell, because if you find because conch ain't nothing without conch shell. You check it out. So if you find a conch shell, you not find conch, because it's just a conch shell. You check it out. No care how much you paint them. You understand me? It's still a conch shell.
Man, listen to you, guy.
You go find a crab in home. It's still a conch shell. And the reason why I said this is because I saw a post on Facebook with the painting of the Alexandra Hospital, making you look like it's like it basically selling me a dream at the moment. But when you look on the inside, there's a lot of work to be done. And if there's a lot of work to be done on the inside, what's the purpose of painting it on the outside? Because everything what outside got to come outside, everything what inside got to come outside still.
First of all, let me be clear so that everybody can understand. Um, Jason is speaking about a picture which have been posted by the premier. I think that is what Lee Wyatt is referencing by the extension at the hospital. And the picture would have been a picture of the outside of the hospital painted, I think, yellow and green.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would have seen some pictures disputing that, are showing that although the outside is painted, the inside is not near completion. I don't think the inside was painted, that type of thing.
Nope.
Inside still look like a construction zone, whereas outside look painted and look like things are, as you say, near completion. It
And
is, and okay, it seemed like, it looked like there is an intent to deceive in terms of having, as I said, having the situation look closer to done than what is actually the case. So this is what Jason is referring to when he talked about the culture. Jason, go ahead. I just wanted to make sure that everybody is following.
of course, of
Just
course,
don't know
I
where.
thank you. And what Lee Wyatt said, a fiasco. You can you can sell me a can of beef and you know the beef, no beef in the can. You understand me? Me gon get frustrated, Alan. Me get real frustrated. But while we are on the hospital topic still, you understand me? Any budget has come forward for this year because it looked like monies are still pumping in to the hospital because first it was 9 million, the second time it was 18 million. So how much is it now? That what we need to know also.
Well, from my understanding of what is taking place, the number now supposed to be the 18. I think this is what the premier would have confirmed to us. The numbers we're talking about is some posts, once again, is posts that were made by the premier. And I think in January of 2017, the estimate for the hospital would have been 9.5 million, and then there would have been a post couple months later in like June, and then the estimate would have gone from 9.5 to 18 million. And this is in 2017. So we don't have COVID 19 or anything affecting materials at that particular time. And the estimate basically double. Yeah. Sorry, as I say, I just want people to understand what we're dealing with. Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Mm.
Fair enough. By discovering Natalie. Oh, sorry, I get confused with who posted that comment at that time. So I swear I still Lee Wyatt post something a while ago, so
No,
I was just referring to that.
she spoke about fiasco about the hospital.
Okay.
Um,
And mhm.
it, it is a thing that has to be examined as far as it's not just one project. We got the hospital struggle. We have, when you look, I seen recently now the premier is saying that the Mondo chat is complete. I think he was asked by somebody and then like a Facebook post. The premier making a lot
Yeah.
of mistakes on Facebook, by the way, but um in a Facebook post he would respond and say, "We're talking about Mondo chat is complete." So like, and we don't see parking. You what we were promised, just like with the hospital, because you remember it's supposed to be a facility which is attracting international athletes. I like now that America is getting cold, it's supposed to be attracting these athletes to come down now to train on the Mondo track, but they're not gonna just
Mhm.
train if it's just the track. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing some research about some of these stadiums. As I said, these stadiums are like hospitals. They, you see, okay, you see the government, for example. I big up the government for getting the CT scan. Um, these stadiums getting CT scan, they're getting MRI machine. I see, I see them. They're getting pools, recovery pools. They got in hot and cold. They got in massage. Yeah, they got in shower. They got in, and then not only that, each of them know because these deals are really real estate deals. Then you got all kind of corporate things going on, buildings and these things around it also making money. So
Come, come, come.
we when I look at, for example, um the government in Miami own the arena where the Heat does play.
Yeah.
And they, when you look at how where the Heat arena there, right? Everything about it makes sense, Jason. It's not just like you go and you build this arena out where you got space. You also build it in a kind of place where you got shopping right there. You got hotels right there. You got transportation and all them kind of things there right there. So if it is when you watch the Mondo chat, you ever realize with the Mondo chat, every time they're showing you beautiful pictures from the Mondo chat, they show you the mountain. When you're in the Caribbean, the seawater is one of the best things you have. You always want to be able to look over in the ocean. But if you're over by the Mondo Shack and you look over in the ocean, you're going to pull in pieces of the dump too. When you look, what is the Mondo Shack? What is near to the Mondo Shack as far as like businesses, like you're going to pick up food and all them kind of things? Nope. The Mondo Shack is just over there and it ain't even complete. Because when you look at, this is another thing, like you're an athlete or something and you come and you're over there, what food you gonna get?
Hmm.
What we dealing with is an infrastructure and businesses will go behind all of these things to make it really. You're not just supposed to pick and say we're gonna do this. Especially, as I say, is a real estate play. What else is around this thing to make sure that it's appealing so that people really ever jump in at this thing? So as we say, it's not just looking at one project. It's about looking at. I would have seen Loretta do a live and Miguel Long complain about this too. The other day my father sent me a video about it when he returned, of when you're coming back through Escape, but you're taking this speedboat and rain or fall. It's a problem. You're gonna get wet down. You're gonna get soaked down. And you're gonna feel a kind of way too. Right now, whether or not you're there and the big pier or the small pier. Cause if you say well you're going Charleston now, you don't have like a inside where you could go if rain start to fall. You could go under the shed. But that only gonna help you if like late rainfall. Whereas when you're in Escape and you're getting ready to come near this now, man, you're heading inside the immigration or whatever, you understand? You're going and you're sitting in some AC. It look a kind of way when you start to do a project, even something what I think about now, the government ain't supposed to be doing the project without parking. When you look on over Wally, part of the thing where you got to build into this thing is parking. You know,
Hmm.
just supposed to be like every time, everywhere we do business, then the side of the road in that location block up. If you check it out, that's what was going on. If you want to know what's going on, In a Nevis, you just see the road block up, you know, some kind of business going on. Somebody will sell some food, club, something going on because the road block up. We not dealing with no planning. And especially when you watch basically 1,000 cars came into the federation in the last decade. If we get
But
1,000 more, we got 6,000 cars on the road right now in the
but
Nevis.
but you see, I feel like the biggest issue CCM has. This is what me feel, in my opinion. Um, they after they do things that they end up realize what they're supposed to do after the fact. It look like it's a PS Nevis people want, so they just build the pier and forget about everything else what fall behind it. You get what I'm saying? So the focus was just the infrastructure in the water, and that's about it. Like everybody else could do what they want after. They don't do that. Yeah, something nothing else.
It, it's like it's like what going on right now with Elon Musk on Twitter, you know. Elon Musk stopped there and he watched Twitter and he was like, man, I would like to get a edit button or some kind of thing like that. And because of that, because of him out, he end up on this, you know, I got him money too. Let me buy Twitter. He gone and he buy Twitter now. And because he know everything, he fire everybody. Now all of a sudden, people who he fire, he need, now Twitter shut down. As you say, sometimes if you're going to something and you don't know about that business there, and you just decide, well, I'm gonna do it without understanding like what it takes to really complete this thing. Sometimes it come more than you. Yeah. And just like how Twitter seem like you want to go bankrupt in a 2 weeks, you might end up, you know, running into those kind of problems.
Hmm. That's why you not go do be the mangoes and the mannequin. Choose one. Choose one.
It depends.
Well, not in the Navy, so no, only in the Navy, some you hear people got four position answer, you know. One person got 4 or 5 position answer, you know.
Well, the premier only go got to.
Luckily, luckily,
I was hearing Chai say something, and I was wondering how come, how come the premier really didn't try me? Cause Chai was no, it wasn't even. It was trying. Somebody else said like Mark Brantley is the best leader in the Caribbean, and I was there, and I was like, so how come he didn't try to be prime minister, man?
but you know what irks me a lot. Apart from that, also, is that because wherever the premier says the gospel towards certain things, like best in the Caribbean with this, and people follow. Oh, we got this better than this place, and we got this better than this place. But you never been to these places. You know what I mean? These places has more population. You know, you never been to these places, so don't talk about what you know.
Uh, I wish he would talk about New York and the fact that them man in New York right now stand up right next to police officers and a light off them spliff and ain't gonna extra fighting. You understand? There has not been any extra incidents in New York. They're only making more money because they got another business now to tax.
Mm-hmm.
And he been in New York couple times, like 3 times in the last 3 months. He's supposed to know. He's supposed to don't say this. He been up there when he got the parade and thing. As I said, no extra fighting. Everything cool.
Nice, 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 nice. Um, what you want to talk about right now?
Um, I would like to talk about Miss Jones and her launch. I don't get CCM enough what I would like to give Miss Jones some roses right now. Did you watch the launch? Have any
No, I didn't
reaction?
watch the last, but
You-
I
you-
watched the clippets. I watched the
I, I
clippets.
I was
Like,
just gonna ask you if you see any even clips, anything, because you really
yeah.
and truly to have watched it. If you break down and you like the meat of it is only like 15 minutes. Basically, you have to listen to. So if you listen to
hmm
the right 15 minutes, you would have an opinion still. So what were your thoughts?
First of all, I want to say congrats to Lataya Bianca Jones for being in the CCM movement, and she's launched to be a candidate to run against the Honorable Cleon Simon Stapleton. So with her, I know it's gonna be. Come on, this is politics, you know, and this you're gonna get a lot of challenges. You're gonna get a little beaten. So you better prepare for a little beating. You better prepare for a lot of background check and all those type of stuff. But my opinion and everything, you know what I mean? I feel like Zook and Eric need um like when they're on stage, it look like them when it come to the politics, I feel like they know to present people. Because I guess men if the customer would be more masculine and deal with man only and they know to deliver a woman, you know what I mean? I ain't feel like Taya get the energy there. So it's like if Ty ain't got the energy there, Ty ain't gonna feel the energy there. I feel like Ty feel the energy more from Mark than everybody else in she circle.
I feel you. I feel you. Well, well I don't know. Maybe the premiere is more relatable.
The premier would be more relatable is because the premier on Facebook long time bouncing around. The premier went Oxford College. You know what I mean? So the
Well,
premier know what,
really,
what the premier gonna know who to pick. You know what I mean? And first and foremost too, like first and foremost, me already done that. And not to mention too, um, the premier even more relevant than she. So the best person was to introduce she was the premier still.
well, I mean, even though everybody in Gaza, the pictures wise is only she and the premiere. So as you said, the
Mm-hmm.
premiere really enjoy they look like the man who to introduce her. Um, we have some clips now, and before we play the clips, I just want to say a little thing. Well, me not even gonna explain the clips first. I'm gonna explain that before we play the clips. Right now it's just to give Miss Jones her roses at this time and congratulate her for stepping forward. I think this is she's the first politician, um, first person to enter politics who born in the 90s. I think all these things. She t- and I hope Cleon understand this. She gonna get more props for going for this than Cleon because she going in a zone harder. You understand what I'm saying? Like she
Yeah.
trying to make history for her party, whereas Cleon was going in to maintain her party standing in the arena there. So she really trying to go and make history. She stepped forward, as I say, as a young woman, Miss Bianca Jones. So I just respect it. I see it as like she really trying to go out there and earn because I'm telling you, there is no way CCM are just gonna win St. Thomas's easy. So she really trying to go down and earn a place. I respect all of that. Um, there are some things in her launch. I don't know what the voiceover was on the video before it was like a kind of a robotish kind of voice, like they dubbed the person voice or something. That had been strange, but video was alright. Um, we I think we had give NRP a hard time with regards to their endorsements. So one of the questions I wanted to ask you was about the endorsements. You see who had the endorser?
No.
Marcus Joberry, she cousin. You know Marcus, right? You see run. Marcus, what you see run, man? Fast man. A fast
Me
man
go
from
after
Egypt.
the field.
Okay. Well, Marcus, Janelle Nisbet, this and that. Um, Milo Bucks and all of the other ministers.
Me thought Obi would have endorse some saying that he and she don't chat.
Well, me no know Abi had Obi wasn't real talk kind of. Maybe the timing is wrong. The timing is wrong. Maybe that unquestionable we could ask him why he did not endorse. So I think he did post her speech at least. And he gave more views than CCM on Obi page. Yeah. As
Is
I say, I like the fact that even though this was her launch, she gave me something. She was like, "Well, if I get in office, we gonna build over the St. Thomas's Primary School, and we gonna create new jobs, and we gonna there's gonna be like a art something in St. Thomas's and all it. I like the fact as I say, yo, if you're coming in, give me something. Give me something. Even if there's something where you give me is not realistic, because I don't know where when I heard her plans, it was like I was listening to an unhappy politician but trying to get a federal seat and tell you what they're gonna do locally. No. She gonna be like a federal minister if she get in at she talk about some amazing things were just gonna materialize just like us. So.
I mean the school
Yeah,
need building
somebody
for real, and I guess they're hoping to win a seat actually in St. Thomas's in order the school to build. And I think about the school need building from the get go. They're thinking about winning a seat, then build the school. But okay.
Jetty Taylor me hear Trump now run. I hear you're gonna go deal with DeSantis. So get ready for DeSantis. Um the reason why I say some of she plans them unbelievable to her. I don't understand if people feel like if CCM get all 5 seats, then the government gonna suddenly be making more money, you know. And if that is the case, and CCM just need one more seat in order to make more money, I would like the concerned citizen movement to come forward and make this clear. I don't see that having another minister mean that more funds are gonna be there to go around. Really and truly, to me, it mean that he gonna got one more person who asking for more things, and it seems like he gonna got less to give to each constituency. If this is what is taking place at the moment,
Oh, you
and
think
still,
you're thinking financially? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
well, we go to the finances on them next week.
Because he
Anyway,
ain't working how it is. He ain't working how it is now. So how you gonna work in it?
well, we this is what we got to examine. We gonna deal with the finances on them next week. I was trying to get some money information, and I get more than what I had bargained for. So I couldn't send everything in the
Well,
chat before.
Don't find money for don't find money for works. Let the investors them do that and concentrate for the money for campaign. But like I
I I feel like the thing that is not being addressed is how the government is gonna actually be getting more money. I hear them saying they're gonna be creating like extra this, extra that. I still have not heard the government say how they are going to be bringing in more money. I feel like that's something we're happy on that to address also, by the way.
of course.
Both
You gotta
governments.
balance it.
Yeah, I don't see how you're gonna be creating this more opportunities and not trying to create more revenue. 'Cause that is really the issue. We need more revenue. So let me talk about how we really are gonna execute on this more revenue and more revenue that is sustainable. So not necessarily like we build this and we increase construction for the amount of time when that was building. We build it
Mm.
and we continue build and build and build. Really and truly.
Alan, based on certain infrastructures and then certain things go wrong, right? You're supposed to able to launch an investigation towards certain things if they go wrong, so they don't make that mistake again. Like for instance, you see how the road just went long easy just like that. But guess what? The company has a good track record, so like we got to know what caused this fault also.
Yeah. Um but really and truly, what CCM should do for themselves based on if they really look at themselves, all of the projects need to be evaluated with regards to what is going wrong. Why are these projects going? If it's cost overrun, what exactly is going wrong with regards to these projects?
Because
Yeah,
because
we
I
just
look
need
at things from a different perspective for the past. When we look at the past and look at the present as we speak, because I don't think CCM alone should talk about the past. Because we could talk about the past too. Because during NRP, so we paving was here. You know what I mean? None of these roads never had no sort of problem. No, sorry paving under CCM had this problem. So I want to know if the material what they used to get it come from a different place, some mixture maybe come from the government or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this is what me feel like. I feel like this need to be investigated. Me not actually point no fingers one time, but I look at the track record and like look at that specifically because then again, the area is below sea level also. So all that stuff there you got to look at too.
definitely, but as I said, there is a problem with projects and the completion of projects, and us seeing a picture before the project of like these beautiful buildings, and us hearing these beautiful words, and then when we get to the completion,
Because
we're not
because
seeing what we
because
were promised.
because it make me start to wonder now if we go down by the new Inland Revenue building, you might see a bucket of paint in the corner just to top up the paint every month too.
Well, I'm going to see that before time about that. Renzo said, Jason, you're right. So repaving came here and shit was doing properly with the roads.
Yeah, because if you look at the structure what they built, because I could remember when they building the bridges and the roads and all that stuff, they were packing stones in a metal. You know what I mean? Like in boxes. I could remember good. You know what I mean? When they build certain things and they do certain things properly, like you know, and like the road over by Gingerland, you know what I mean? Go right back to Brick Hill and all those type of stuff. So me look at certain things, right? And like none of these roads got affected, especially the one where crossed by Lefco. where a lot of dirt be in the road there, across by the next quarry there, and all that stuff there. None of these roads got damaged or eroded or anything. But all of a sudden now, that particular road got eroded so easily.
No. Yeah. As we
Well,
say,
as the
I
premier does say,
agree.
something good is happening, somebody getting paid.
I agree with you. Them man gonna go. It would be smart based upon, as I said, the amount of money that is being wasted to just overall look at the project. Have somebody who go back and say this was how much we estimate. This was the time what we thought we would do it in, and just basically, as I said, get an understanding as to why the projects are not materializing how they should.
But that's why I mentioned earlier in the last show or the show before that I said, are these engineers qualified to do specific like the road project and all that stuff? They are they just qualified to do other things? Because you can't
You,
take me off
you,
a
you,
house to do a road, you know?
you're
You
talking
can't put
about
me.
such,
You,
but you're talking about sorry paving. I remember you're talking
I'm
about
not talking
sorry
about.
paving. No, no,
I'm just
no.
speaking in.
Well, no. Hold on. Well, I want you
Yeah, hold on.
first. The road
Yeah,
we're dealing with right now is a sorry paving road. So if it
yeah.
was a public works road, then we would be. Then I feel like we could go in that lane there. But
Well, I was
this
referring.
is
I was
sorry paving.
referring basically. I was referring to the government basically in terms of how they do things.
Okay.
Because not because I paint house doesn't mean I could paint a car. Yeah, I will paint the car, but it's how the job is gonna be done. Who this?
I can't see. No, you can see the picture.
Okay, guys, listen. The reason why I not assist them is because they are lazy. They are a lazy party when it comes to driving the economy. Let's look at Uncle Winkworth. Spent years dilly-dallying, had a wonderful opportunity to become Prime Minister of SKN and declined by staying neutral. And well, he had taken the challenge. Then he had the power to change the landscape of Nevis financially, educationally, and economically, and otherwise. Fast forward, Mark got the same opportunity to become the Prime Minister like Uncle Winkworth. He ran the challenge more comfortable traveling the world to promote his companies rather than oh shit, I missed that. I read more side.
Tanya say the government didn't have the money, or said they did not have the money to do the recommendations that Surrey Paving made to them on the road. I don't know. I would like to hear. There's a premier's press conference Thursday. Hopefully, one of the journalists who watch the show, or maybe somebody could reach out to one of the journalists and tell them to ask
I
that
was just
question
gonna jump to that.
concerning concerning the road.
Hmm.
I've been want to ask you a question from a psychological standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of how you want to look at it, right? CCM has the confidence of the people. You understand? It's like how Eric said, I there with them and they there with me too. When we watch this thing, right, NRP got to bite CCM. You understand? You know, when you trouble somebody who got somebody, you got to go show them, because really and truly they got to go have confidence in you too. So I'm just looking at the mentality of what needs to be taking place, and I feel like if NRP is gonna have any chance, it's gonna come from the fact that as I say, they need to look at this thing as to what I could do to get the confidence of the people in me. You understand? So that because you gotta be looking, you have to be, as I say, a competent alternative. You got to be a reasonable alternative. A woman in left in this situation. No, and let me take this from a woman. A person, say you got your job. You ain't leaving your job to go to another job unless you have confidence that when you leave, you're either elevating or is basically the same thing in a better environment. So I feel like that is the challenge right now for NRP to explain to the people why they should have confidence in it. It's so simple, but they're gonna have to tell the people why they need to have confidence in NRP at this particular moment in time. What do you think?
Hmm. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Of course, because in a hard to ask, it's never hard to ask. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what you want? Just tell me. Just tell me. Cause right now you're supposed to open like a whole book. You just open up. Yeah, I'm open for all the hugs, the kisses, and the thank yous.
But I, I really want it. We gonna play the clip a little later with Eric and his reasons why you should vote for Lataya. Um, but we gonna move off of that and we gonna come back to that.
Hmm.
NRP had a match Friday, Jason.
Yeah.
Thing for inequality or some kind of something, injustice and all these type of things. Electoral office and all type of things. What did you think of the match?
You could tell people, you could see the trying, and you could still see people are scared to come out. Cause people, you got a lot of people, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you got your job protect because, like, if me stand with you tomorrow, who gonna put bread in my mouth? You know. But I just wanna congratulate the people them who actually did something. I don't know if they're personally affected or whatever, or they are being patriotic, but at least some sort of stance has been made, regardless of whatever. No matter how you look at it, because there are certain things you have to do in order to make a change. Even if it was lead down to one person, at least you know that one person, you know what I mean, put um your pride aside and all those type of things, you know what I mean, and just do what you got to do. But like the actual match, like I see people come out and represent, you know what I mean. But I feel like, as I said, the support is not heavy because a lot of people got their stones behind their back. But I guess they're ready to fire when they want to fire, and I guess they want to fire at the election day because some of the time, it don't even make sense. You you tra la la too much. You know what I mean? Wait till election day and you make your X. I understand, you know what I mean? Like people get excited when they see a crowd. Like, wow, you know what I mean? And it creates some sort of motivation. But if you being quiet and you want to make a motivation also, you know what I mean? Make the X also. So yeah.
Well, okay. I am not going to criticize anybody who feel like they need to march as a form of protest. I am not going to ask anybody to march for any reason. Me not march for no reason. I don't believe in that form of protest. That's just me personally. Um, I don't, move me here or there. about the match. Personally, I feel like it's close enough to election, as you said, that if you're gonna do something, the most powerful thing you could do right now is vote. That's the most powerful thing you could do. Uh, Got the intention of vote. Know what you're gonna do with your ex, and it's gonna be very clear after election day what is taking place. You're gonna
Because
really.
you know what does normally happen, Alan? When people don't left home with two shot, election night,
Really.
yeah, people don't leave home with one shot. You see a woman don't come to the club, come to party and walk with two shoes, want to keep them comfortable and want to make them look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got a lot of people gonna come downtown with two shot.
Um, One of the unfortunate things what happened though, and this is one of the hard parts of being the premier and of being a politician in general. Somebody would have sent me a picture saying it was a picture of somebody at the march, and I think they were the whoever was on the sign that they had was referring to dialysis machine, and
Yes,
the premier would have said that down in the masquerade troupe what they had today, this is the only sign that makes sense. And he basically said Carnival gonna sell off something like that. True gonna sell off something like that. Um when you're the premier, oh my god, hold on, let me plug in the phone, the computer dead dog.
just want to say manners and respect to everybody watching the show right now. You know what I mean? Continue sharing the show. You could also watch on the YouTube platform, Real Entertainment Network. Yeah. God Alan.
Um yeah, when you're the premier, right, you're representing everybody. Um Me and the premier never had a conversation, but that's my premier. Me live in Nevis. Here the premier Nevis. You can't run from this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um he himself got to understand, just because these people are protesting against him, that don't mean that you say that they're a masquerade. And that don't mean that you got to show no kind of shot. Sometimes you just observe and you take it in. And he had, because you're the leader, but really and truly, as when you're okay, he is like a parent of the nation, you know. Sometimes your children and them gonna go against you, and them gonna tell you no, why be you tell me is right for me, ain't right for me, and they gonna get you and them gonna get what. That I mean that ain't your child, and you start to say, well, I a masquerade, and you know what I mean. You don't have to send shots those type of ways. Clearly the one thing. Go with it on the premier, you know. When you are the premier, as me say, and this is where the confusion does come in. He does talk a lot about, and we gonna hear it right now all the time. CCM people, NRP people. When you get in, you're representing the country. You're representing everybody. At that point in time, in a NRP people, all are your people. Whoever is the premier get in. When watch out, election could be done, in progress, are coming up. The politicians are representing all of us, and that got to always be like paramount. This you can, as me say, because this person is out here now and they organize a rally because they're not with what I'm going with right now. You can, as I say, call the people and them clown. I say that them a masquerade. I refer to them as troop, them kind of way. You, it's not a good look for the premier to belittle anybody. he does do this thing on his show. Like, and like, this is the same thing. This is the same kind of Elon Musk thing. The premier don't have radio training, so he don't understand that sometimes somebody would call in and there's like, well, Mr. Premier, um, tell me about this and that. And he would be like, you should have been listening to the whole show. If you wasn't sure that I don't deal with that. Well, what happens is, because a show is 2 hours and you may have dealt with something in the first 15 minutes, the people and them not necessarily hear the first 15 minutes. You got to have the ability to kind of put that in a synopsis and say, well, this is why I had so with regards to that. And have a conversation. The premium will tell you, call back, but listen, you have the ability. His ability to kind of dismiss you, the kind of arrogance that he have there, it's it's gonna work until it does not work.
But
And
guess
I
what?
would just hold on there, and I would just like to remind the premier that I love it. I hate people at the end of the day. Go ahead.
But but what we be honest, I just been gonna say what me auntie say. Anyway, let me go say it in my context. A lot of people seems like they forget a couple months ago CCA was part of a failed party called Unity.
Oh, I feel well. But with regards to that, like a lot of people ain't even realize that the premier argue against the argument the premier used against NRP end up now come back and work right against him. His argument is I getting something. NRP wasn't giving you nothing. You sure now we getting something. And he take this sure something, but we would get to another 2.5 years, 3.5 years. And now we don't know what we getting for sure. I have not heard him say that Dr. Drew has continued whatever arrangement or upgraded whatever arrangement he had with Timothy Harris. So I don't know what's the position at this particular time. But as I say, he been a say, take this something while giving you rather than the nothing. Right now, I don't know what me
Well,
get.
by
And I
the
believe
fair
it's not for
share,
nothing.
the fair share was part of the campaign last time. You answer me? The fair share campaign is over.
No, the future campaign could never be over.
The
Not
fair
from how
share
the people went down.
along the fair share campaign is over. We got to learn, and we have to learn to accept that.
Well, it was a winning campaign. One thing I will tell you, the future campaign was a winning campaign.
Yeah, it's a win for who? Not for
This is
St.
here.
Kitts, just for CCM.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It was the same.
Yeah, the
Um,
annuarium talk is gonna be dead, of course. We all know that. And guess what? Guess what? Earlier today, I was looking at some pictures on Facebook, and I see they have a 24-hour ATM at must be by Dan Daniel or something like that. Then
yeah,
I see a repost, by a profile saying CCM did that. You know, but hey,
yes,
all
yes.
I'm gonna
Elijah
say,
Williams is active.
kudos, kudos, kudos to Dan Daniel, regardless of what.
Um, I would also like to add that more of the financial institutions need to take ATM machines and spread them around the place. I when I'm in Gingerland, I would like to have more access to ATMs. National put an ATM up there too. You need to get ATM for the dump on the beach too. Yeah man, put an ATM in by Randy self. I put an ATM in by Sunshine, them kind of ways there. These kind of things, as I'm saying, infrastructurally, you make the thing sexy. Make it a lot better, make it a lot easier to the business. Man.
So yeah, you know, and I look at certain things, right, and I like everybody, like everybody. Well, Sissy and Mossy, you know what I mean? He fighting for that credit. Come on, you don't got the people in non fool already. You know what I mean? You don't got to do nothing else more.
Man, let me tell you something. You got certain things what I realize when I'm watching politics that just because I wouldn't do it, I'm understanding that I would be uncomfortable with it. I'm understanding that doesn't necessarily mean that that's not how the game is. When you're dealing with the game, you got to play according to the rules. The game is the game. I was listening
Yeah,
Lataya say something and I was listening Lataya say something and I was there and I was saying I remember when Kyle Marshall said he wanna be the first gay politician. And the strength what I had get after that, you know what I wanna see? I wanna see a politician get up there and be like, yo, me not really got church. Me not deal with the church part. You understand? I want we get a politician who don't got to deal with church. Because one thing I'm gonna tell you about Lataya was up there giving us so money. Lataya was giving us so money. Lataya nearly ball a couple times. You watch it, right? You know see she facial reaction? Oh, you need to go and watch the 15 minutes there. Lataya nearly ball a couple times. Lataya give you a bro some out of scripture. Isaiah this and that. And tell you this is where my strength come from. I'm in there, I say, man, wish one the time. And politician just get in there and he's like, hi. I was dealing with my people. Getting my strength from my people. You know what I mean? I really like to see that.
oh, you make me fully want me to understand all. I want to see the clip along.
Yeah, I think Ira is putting his son to bed at this time. So this is how come I moved on. But
Okay.
I want
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
why
look
Latoya
at that.
Jones? Latoya Jones is charismatic. I have seen her here, there, and everywhere with the people, not only of St. Thomas's, but throughout Nevis. Ladies and gentlemen, why Latoya Jones? Latoya Jones is full of energy. She is energetic. And of course, Troy would have told you that she was an athlete in her day. And those of us who look at Latoya, we can realize that she still looks very athletic. So she has that energy, and that energy is gonna take her over the finish line for the CCM, for the blue. Ladies and gentlemen, why Latoya? Latoya is a team player. I've already seen her, and definitely she has the qualities to be on the CCM team, to be in the cabinet of the Nevis Island administration, and we can't wait to welcome her. Ladies and gentlemen, why Latoya? Latoya is intelligent. Ladies and gentlemen, why Latoya? Man, the woman look good. She is beautiful. She look good. I want to say it and I don't want to say it. And she looks sexy too.
Make me tell you something.
When you were speaking earlier, you had said she ain't get handled properly by Eric. I feel like this was one of the moments where I was speaking of. Because Eric started off and Eric was going good. Eric was going fine. Eric said all the things where you're supposed to say. And then Eric ain't had nothing else to say. And instead
But
of
if she been
saying
say, if she
my
been say,
time is up, right.
if she been say, if he been say, it was for the she for the people 3 or 4 times, it would have been more understanding.
She for the people.
Yeah, like yeah, she's for the people, and people say, yeah. I said she's for the people. I can't hear you. Something like that in scenario. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be my exact words.
But when you ain't got nothing to say and you're giving reasons why the people should vote, because she look good, she's sexy. Ah, you see, watch it, right?
You can
These
you
are
can talk about.
the, these are the kind of things, right? Because as I say now, Eric was dealing with qualities which you could kind of factor in and say, I want this from a leader. But if sexiness and look good is in the qualities what we're supposed to be considering, then we ain't dealing with nothing. But we really
But
dealing with
I love Eric basically showed me that he know nothing about him too, you know. So thanks for that, Eric.
well well Eric is not the only politician that showed that he does not know anything about Lataya. He's not the only one. He's one of them, but he ain't the only one.
Vote for sexy.
Um the next thing what I'm saying is too, we, we come down now and we have dealt with a woman and we turn her into an object. So part of the value that Lataya is supposed to be bringing is sexiness.
You know why? And you know why?
Why?
Remember the premier had said, you know what I mean, you can't come with the same old khaki skirt. You gotta vibes up the thing.
She want navy.
You gotta vibes it
She
up.
want, I feel you.
No, no, no khaki skirt to come here. Same old khaki skirt. Me no want that. Something with a little posture.
Just to feel, as me say, I just feel like, oh yeah, and by the way, just to lie, you know, I don't work for CCM. Same was I don't work for NRP with regards to clips. I don't work for CCM. So do not expect to see clips on here which are supposed to be providing you with information with regards to the candidates or anything. Maybe I mean I am asked to do it for real talk and I would do it in that type of scenario. But this is not what I went to these things and I was looking for jokes. So if you want to see what seriously happened at Lataya Brianka Jones's launch, you need to go and see what happened at LBJ's launch. Okay. This is jokes time. Just to lie,
What you choose? What you choose to say LBJ before me?
because I remember yeah, that was the
Me
last
been
thing
see it.
that was really and truly, you know, I come in my head because CCM got the rappers, cause you know that's the slogan for she. Go all the way with LBJ. You know that's the slogan.
Go all the way.
I all the way with LBJ. That's the slogan. Oh God, I wish I had tell you that. I should have tell you that since this afternoon. All the way with LBJ.
Oh, me moving. Anyways,
Yeah, yeah. We could get the other clips. Yeah, we can get the rest of the clips. Ah, we get it.
People of
We
Bascot,
get the clip.
people of Cotton Ground, people of Jessup, people of Cotton Ground. I said that already.
Yeah, that was
Latoya
just.
Brianka Jones.
Go ahead. Gotcha.
Who, me?
No, I hear
Vote for Latoya Brianka Jones. Let's into Latoya Brianka Jones.
Hmm.
And all of them clips is just to show you. Zoop. If you don't know she name, if you don't care about she name, me not can either. So Miss Brianka Jones, yeah, in the building. That's the vibes. So that was just cheap. Jason, you still here? Oh,
I am
yeah.
here.
Oh, I wasn't seeing you on the screen.
Um,
That was just some clips of Zoo getting Lataya's name incorrect. Zoo.
um,
I know you had a long flight, but you had some good. You had a good meal at the Waldorf Astoria in California. You know, get it. Be better than that. We don't want to hear no Brianka or no Brianna going forward. You understand? So we ain't even gonna let you do this thing twice. So by Thursday night, you go up there and you better make sure it's Bianca flying off of your tongue. Don't and you ain't gonna be in Saint Thomas. Saint Thomas. You understand? So you're not gonna get all of them worries there. You focus all of that on Bianca, not Brianca. They gonna leave
LBJ.
Brianca.
No,
Yeah,
just a LBJ.
yeah. Watch out. When I hear Zo, I say Brianka, right? I said how can that man come up with the LBJ thing? You know? God, this man now remember the woman name. You know? So them man walk out. Okay, all right. LBJ. So Zoo going forward for you, LBJ. You know bother with too much of lyrics, too much of pronunciation. Either you know what I imagine if Zoo can't say Lataya name, you can imagine Zoo in Taiwan. I try to pronounce some of these people name. Over there.
All you go do
Zook
drop
go
an
be
empty frame pan.
title.
All you gotta do drop an empty frame pan, and after you hear the frame pan pronounce the name, ping pong pang.
Yeah. Um he had the next one of Zook being attacked on the stage, you know.
What?
Yeah. Zook
I
was
haven't
attacked on
seen
the stage.
that. What you saying?
Yeah. Zook was attacked on stage. Oh. So anything you want
You
to
have
play the last one.
you have live footage of Zook being attacked too?
Yeah.
Are you going too
This
far
thing was
now, man?
this thing was entertaining. This was an entertaining launch.
I didn't know
The,
Zook was attacked.
I thought that this thing made headline. I thought this was breaking news all over. He gonna be was sleeping since Saturday morning.
Man, I ain't know about this. And NRP people
What
ain't talking about it. They focus somewhere else where they're supposed to be focused. That's good NRP focusing then. Because that would have been something NRP would normally put out or whatever. They normally make a joke about, but at least we know NRP pull up the socks then.
mm,
I didn't know the dude was attacked. How you people can attack our Minister of Agriculture? How you go attack our Minister of Fish Water on a Saturday?
in, The next thing we're gonna talk about is the billboard. After we done. Uh, yeah. I think the clip can cover. Yeah,
That's the clip right there.
I
But
just
I want
no.
to say,
That's
this is very
that,
enticing.
that's the audio. That's the audio.
Oh my goodness. Tune into Real Entertainment Network, people. We got everything daddy. You know what I mean? This is unknown to me. Normally we will run through a couple of things, but it look like tonight, this one catch me off guard. And you know, I want to see the clip. That's all I want to see right now.
Uh, I will look like it. I will.
Oh my goodness.
We ain't gonna audio here. We ain't gonna audio. It is audio by that day.
You don't get the movement. Me don't even want to hear audio. Me just want to see. Me just want to see. If you guys attacking people and when they're on the platform, people have the right to speak. Attack them on Facebook like I normally do.
Look like I'll be a struggle with the audio.
Bye. But me don't even want to see the audio. Me want to see who go up there and thump off the man.
What have I saying? Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The billboard in Times Square. So the Ministry of Tourism. Okay. The Ministry of Tourism has put up a billboard in Times Square, I think, for the next 3 months. I even have the address of this thing, 1500 Broadway Spectacular. Yeah, well, really and truly, before me ask you what you think, me go tell you what I think first. I gonna give the government a big up. Just attack get Where's because I want to make them kind of nice in the middle of a speech. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. They might entertain me.
Advertisement and they get the 5%.
I'm not telling you, suicide scan get the 5%.
Giselle is a business. You gotta spend money, make money. They spend money for the 3 months and see how it works. After, guess what they're gonna tell you? The cruise ships, what they done book for last year, gonna come and they're gonna tell you that is where the money was for. Well, not the cruise ship because we don't do cruise ship, the yachts. Remember, we's a niche. We deal with niche, okay, Alan? So, not the cruise ship, the yachts.
So you against it? You against it?
I ain't against nobody who trying to advertise Singleton Nevis. I ain't against that there at all. Like
No,
I would support that.
Well, okay, yeah. Okay. My thing is right. I don't go faster. You know me is the man. Me always ask, well, how much that they cost? Tell me a number. How much that they cost? So me don't go look. I don't want to go looking into the companies and them who don't deal with this thing. based upon the length of time I see, it look like it's a 15-second ad. And how the man does do it is like you buy 22 minutes a day. So you could
Yeah.
pay $500, and if it's for 15 seconds every hour, you gonna play 4 times an hour for 15 seconds for $500 a day. US.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying in Times Square like 300,000 people a day does pass through there on foot. That's an average day. On a fast day, they're saying it's like nearly half a million people will be
Yeah.
going there. For me, whether or not this is beneficial, gonna come back down to how much we pay and how much impact we get based upon that. For example, was him a 5-in-1 as we said this weekend? Was him go deal with marketing? Was him do poster all them kind of thing there? If was him pay an amount in a marketing, what he not gonna see back from tickets and so, was him gonna understand he failed in his endeavor.
Yeah.
So in a similar way, um, the government are gonna judge them based upon the traffic what we see, as against the number. If we're paying 3 million and we make 2 million as a result, you see we lose. In a hard hotel that we lose. But if we could see a good tourist season, and not just a good tourist season, but a good tourist season whereby persons are able to say like, yeah man, I saw you at in Times Square, and it had me asking where is Nevis and so. Then you could kind of see it and say, well, yeah, it's making an impact. Because it's the same way too. People could find out about Nevis in other ways, but if you could tie us having a positive impact to these advertisements, I say swing for it. The big fight what happened on the weekend was in New York. That was one of the reasons why I had actually know about the poster, well, the billboard.
That's good.
Mm. So me would knock it on. Well, I mean, it was asked where is where is the what? Honorarium and the 5% boost for the persons. I can't tell you how these things work. I don't know how that part of the circumstance works. I just judging what exactly is taking place now. To know that in New York, every hour on a screen somewhere there is a advertisement, and you see, like, when we get into the actual video now that was taken, if the government is gonna be spending $500 a day on a billboard, I feel like they should have spent a lot more money on the cameras that they use to take the images. You can't
Well,
you can't you,
actually,
mhm.
Alan, actually, they're actually spending more money on the cameras, but the cameras doing movies.
Well, those cameras should have been getting better images. They should have get them off on a day when they off or something, because the,
But
that was the only issue with that.
the thing about it is, you know what I mean? Like, when you see, it's like, okay, like for instance, we back home, you know what I mean? When we see, um, foreigners come to our country and all that stuff, like white people and all those type of people. You know what I mean? We feel like they're more superior. So guess what? It like we more obligated to them than them more obligated to us. So it look like we all time have to grant them a favor rather than them grant us a favor. I feel like if you know you're in a position of leverage, especially if you know you're going to do 35 movies in our country, you know what I mean, and getting paid a lump sum a month. I feel like something should have been done to help more generate that focus. Because especially in that movie market also, you know what I mean, not just doing your movie. Yeah, it's a plus, but also you could capitalize on an opportunity to capitalize on an opportunity to do a whole documentary about the island itself and all this stuff. They focus on Nevis because when Sinkits do one, they focus on the Sinkits. They focus on Sinkit. They focus on the Marriott. They focus on whatever hotel and all this stuff. There. And like the only thing we don't have to see, when the focus is about Four Seasons.
Well, I was reading about one of the movies and it was actually released on the weekend. Something about paradise, and when they would talk about paradise in the movie, they were referring to Nevis. I would hear the director, I think he is Mr. Martinez. Others hear you would constantly hear him say, "Nevis is a new market for movies and an exciting filming destination." He does make up a lot of things about Nevis. I see an attempt to boost Nevis as somewhere where you could go and make movies. I just feel like this is another arena, right? Where I feel like the premier has entered and he doesn't really understand the movie industry. But it was something at a moment in time that could be a lifeline. It was something positive when we was at a bleak time. I come in during the pandemic. I hear 50 Cent, for example. 50 Cent just left New York. And we know 50 Cent don't do power. One of the reasons why he left New York is like New York don't got a lot of sound stages. Movie come down to sound stage. And ain't even just about like your country being beautiful, because there are so many green screens now. Them man would like to get a big building where they could build a set and we could get a movie here on our set. It's not really about like the outside. You need some exterior shots, mind you. Me not say no. But if you country, if wherever you're shooting this movie, if ain't got a sound stage, one, you ain't saying nothing. Right now, that's how come Georgia killing California with the movies. Georgia got stone stage can't done. All of the Marvel movie and them. Up to Black Panther was just come out the last weekend. I'm gonna shoot them thing in Atlanta right now. And it's not to say like as you say you disturbing like blocking off road and all. No, not really. You go in at the sound stage, you create your set and you got your movie right in there. It's technology right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have once again the infrastructure to support the type of motion pictures I would have get excited about. Let me put it that way.
But what happened is, right, the mentality is like when you get the one them big box TV, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, we finally get rid of the one with the antenna. Yay! Not knowing, yo, we deal with flatters long time. Were you waiting for?
Um, I want to give you the opportunity, and I know he was speaking. Well, we was talking now about Mr. Martinez and his background. You want to get into that? Are you gonna leave Mr. Martinez?
No, they did Google that thing themselves, man. You know what I mean? Shit it, man. Let them Google the thing themselves because, like for instance, you know what I mean? Everybody like to judge me and you per se. Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like they know the most, and like Google is right there to judge that next person also, and they ain't want to use it.
So you're leaving Mr. Martinez alone?
Yes, I'm gonna leave all his convictions and all his felons to Google for you to look up. So look up his name and Google it. If you know, you know. I know what I read, so you need to do some reading too.
I feel it. Um, you when the premier had said about the CT scan, the premier was saying that the particular type of CT scan that was bought for the Alexandra Hospital, he was saying that that
Uh-huh.
brand and something is only Grenada have a brand like that. He was saying that only Grenada have CT scan in the Caribbean. What was your understanding?
I feel like it's more of the brand, and it just true you said that right? It just made me go back to forward something, but let me just focus on that
Mhm.
by a what is it, a Chinese brand? Taiwan has shares down there too.
I actually think it's a German brand. I think it's Philips.
Mm.
But me only ask because last week after the show, I ended up there and I was like, because somebody had said like, why we ain't talk about the CT scan? Um, the CT scan is a good thing for neighbors. I'm not knocking the government for bringing in a CT scan. I'm just saying CT scans have existed from since 1960 until now. So I guess I'm upset with all governments, but when you bring a machine that is like a standard, that is standard equipment in most hospitals in like um let me say first world countries, and you bring this
Yes.
machine and you're like, this is a game changer. I'm not even like knocking that, but I'm like, we bringing in a piece of technology that is 60 years old, and we acting like this is a revolutionary thing. You understand?
Something good is
It,
happening.
it, it is like if cell phone technology came out in the 1990s and we ain't get a cell phone until 2050, and we're saying, bah, this is revolutionary. I guess my frustration is more that what make it take all this so much years, all of them years they pass in between for us to get
Well,
this um standard equipment.
well, Alan, after third there's no fourth world country, you know. So we got last. That's all.
And and I was searching for if other islands have CT scan because I was like, so you're telling me only Nevis and Grenada got CT scan? But then I realized most of the other islands and them got, well, all of the other islands really and truly. And that feedback into my point of saying like, I literally was just typing in Caribbean islands and CT scan and seeing multiple places in the island where you could go for a CT scan. Whereas in a Nevis, in 2022, it's still in a one place where you could type in and see CT scan. You check. I guess, as I said, it's a frustration because there are a number of things, number of technologies where have been out where we supposed to be getting these things. Big up to Flo. Flo started to put in what the kind of wire name, man? The high speed internet wire,
Mm-hmm.
fiber optic cables. Yeah, the man start to run fiber optics to your house. You understand? We need to be up. Suppose Flo no been give a fiber optic cable till 2060. I would say yeah, it's a revolution, but bruh, I from till 2000, from 2000s till them times there, it take, we need to progress faster. So as I say, it's not a shot at the CT scan. It's more of I'm frustrated with my island. As I tell you about all this in Loretta, And it's like I know people for sure who like you got to make a decision with regard when you're working out if you're gonna live in News, right? Part of your decision making process is the hospital. Suppose something happen to me. Suppose you got a child with some kind of special need or something like that. So,
Yeah.
can I realistically live in a Nevis? So I mean, it's like real shit. Wow. Trump just announced for 2024. Okay. That was things.
Well, there you go.
I feel
True.
like Kanye was gonna be the vice president on that ticket there. So you know how far that going.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Anyways,
But yes,
what you say?
he had the next thing one I consider too. 'Cause
Okay.
I was asking Ira like you might have been on at the time that one true that was my decision. Related my son future son. See, you gotta think about the hospital, bro. Um I hear a lot of Aya saying, for example, that she been doing a lot of stuff way before she get into politics. She doing a lot of things. You understand? And she would have said like she have
Track
some kind
record.
of no some kind of initiative where like sh- is it shop owners? It's like businesses, small businesses get together and have like a little kind of market kind of situation.
Well, getting 2 case of each.
So I was there and I was like, oh, this initiative going on. Because she said, I doing this long before politics. You know, the initiative started 2 weeks ago.
What you saying, King?
And then she talk about, like, and I've been donating to schools and all this kind of thing. Long time. 2020 that they started. He got things well tired, right? But she said she doing long time. And one of the things on them, I was like, me tell you, the girl longer than Lataya do that thing. And I love my girl. I don't feel like me there with my girl a long time. I feel like me just there with my girl. But for a long time that they're gone. Me is like, what? She was talking about the St. Thomas Youth Excellence Awards. Just start 2021. What is long about starting something 2021? You do it twice. You feel what I say? So I really, yo, I
That they ain't
really,
holding no weight.
and
That ain't holding no
I,
weight.
I may only bring it in because I was asking like, for my part, like I just do good things just because it is easier to live so than if you should do. Less things
Mm-hmm.
come back around upon you. Um, you got times when me do something good, and who me do the good thing for, me tell them, hey, listen, don't ever tell nobody that me do this for you. And me do that because me don't want nobody come back ask me to do the same thing for them too. You feel me? You go do things genuinely. You could tell if somebody do
Yeah.
something. I'm watching. Me only bring up all of that because I'm watching even like her introductory video, and you see, it's a lot of things where they happen like recently. But she's like, I've been doing this thing a long time. It's like 2020 until now is a long time. No, I don't feel like she needed to say that this thing happened in a long time. She just needed to say, "Bye, yeah, I've been contributing.
What? Well,
The
see,
long
teach him how to lie and fool. It's protocol, auntie. It's called protocol.
as
What
me
you
say,
talking?
the long time part as well. Shut the thing off. And also, when I'm looking at the number of things that she would have done, right? As me say, but Jason, you quick I may do something you and tell her, yo, don't tell nobody me do this here. Don't tell nobody me do this here for you for free. Rather than I doing things for people for free, but every time me do it for free, me post it on Facebook. You understand? To get a big up.
Obi.
Because I'm looking at like people who me know want to go into politics. You got a young man right now, me I watch him. I know he want to go into politics and me not see the meditation there from the guy. Me see the man just a give to his society, me boy. I see the man becoming a leader in his society and I respect that. And me not seeing every minute him posting and saying, well, out of this, out of that, whatever. I try to get no credit from the thing. It just and that one of the thing when me say them kind of things there uncomfortable for me personally. But
Sounds like
but
my people's boy.
but it might just be the game. It
Yeah.
might just be the game. You feel what me say?
But remember,
You
remember my people's waiting for 2028 too, right?
yeah.
Remember one of my people's waiting for 2028 too. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
but and you see, all I'm saying is, if you want to run, I mean, by I'm willing to be wrong on this one. I feel like personally better for me if you're doing things genuinely without feeling like this is gonna be in a video reel, as I'm saying in 2028, to be introducing the people and saying this is who you are and showing you taking pictures to people, giving them drinks and I just it seemed to me fake. If you're gonna do all of them things, yeah, and take a picture to put me in a highlight reel. Seems so to me. But that might just be the game. And I might need to mature myself and understand that that's just the game. That how come me accept. It make me uncomfortable. I like when Eric been talk about you would have heard Latoya was an athlete. What that got to do with when election come? She was an athlete, so even when Latoya was talking about some things what she feel like need to go on in sports, right? I was there and he's like, but Eric, you're supposed to understand that that's a disrespect to you. You're there in a youth of sports right now, and she'll come on and tell you about this and that need to be done. Which means you're japping sharp, man. I like the lights on them, but I mean, hope lights up in all of the guns and them like the government would have promised, you know, because when I checked the last time, no lights been up, and
This little light of
people
mine.
keep track of what is going on. Um, I like how are they reaching at the last part, right? They will deal with some speculation, some conjecture.
Yeah.
So people, it came to me that the election is December the 12th. I was told that the election is December the 12th. I immediately said that's a bluff. I don't believe. But once again, I'm willing to be wrong. And I would I may pay attention. I may watch what's going on all the time. The energy I saw at that launch on Saturday was definitely she is God delivered as we all are. We what we all are in our own way. Uh, we LBJ. Clearly, I feel like if I fuck up the thing. It's I forget LBJ. No, all the way with LBJ. All the way with LBJ. That's the shit. That's the
You
shit.
know,
It's a
you
symbol.
know, you mess up this, all the way.
Yeah, it's a symbol. So anyway, so I seen that December the 12th is election. Still don't believe. And many a tell I mean I believe because I just don't I ain't feel like Mark Brantley could watch bad people in the face, disrespect them, and get you. St. John's is the two critical areas in St. John's come down to Brown Hill and all that. These are the two areas in my estimation who are going to determine if they want Mark Brantley to be their representative. And by being, I'm telling you, it'll be over about again over about tomorrow. And you can't drive to bad normally right now. If you even if you drive and you say, okay, I'm going on the good road, soon as you got to get back where you want to go in a bad, no, ain't no good road there. And I don't feel like the premier was gonna, but I'm gonna tell you, the energy warms in Saturday. The fact that Latai is gonna be on his show tomorrow evening, and there's a public meeting in Hamilton on Thursday. Hopefully, no rain falls. It's seeming more like election energy, but I still saying Mr. Premier bluffing. He ain't got an election in December. I believe I'm news people last December election. If boy watch if you got December election, I'm supposed to be December, right? If you got December election, I do not want to be in a news. I want to leave. Cause the
That's
place will be
crazy.
kind of cold. I don't like conflict so close to Christmas. It could be after. But I don't want it before. I like we start off and we talk about the hospital and how outside look good and inside mash up. All of these reasons, that's how come I don't feel like elections this year. But the story election is December the 12th. And all of a sudden this man come on and start to tease. The premier had a bell and said the premier had a bell and said that the bell he can't find the tongue. So he got to go find the tongue.
So
He
the
got
tongue
blue
gone.
bell.
All of a sudden,
Me no.
LBJ he can't find the tongue. He can't find the tongue for the bell.
No. The last.
Hmm.
So he say he got a blue bell for this election. But I feel like nah, I can't see no election
Let's see
in
what
December.
happens. Watch the
You can,
tide.
you can.
Remember, watch the
If
bush too.
I go tell you, if it is December the 12th, if these are facts, then we gotta pay attention between now and next week. Now on the 21st. What are we? Today the okay, yeah. So he got until next week, Monday, if he's serious. But I feel like he's a cartoon right now. Next year, you're gonna be serious, but right now, I feel like he's a cartoon. So, yeah. You have any speculation?
The same speculation as you, and I'm just hoping to get it out the way because
Or the
somebody
winning of
needs
the
to
belt?
run the country.
But the country is being
Somebody,
no.
no, I feel like if on a standstill. Long time ago you ask someone, boy, how the country run? Boy, the country not even run, you walk. In my Shazam voice.
Right. Also, one last thing. People and names going to like particularly St. Thomas's. Um, if St. Thomas is going to go determine if they're going with Latalia. Whether or not they feel like CCM
Well,
with no opposition is a good thing
well,
if the country
Alan,
decide that they want to maintain CCM.
Alan, if the well, just a well, we all done established system now, like rules there. So if Ty ain't win this one, what they gonna do with the second one? They gonna switch them out?
But that was the next thing. Latalia got real pressure upon her here because she got to remember in life she ain't do nothing yet. Um, you got to remember the Premier does not respect appointed members of parliament. Um, if you don't believe me, ask Carlisle Powell. You check it out. The Premier respect elected members of parliament. So if Lataya want to feel like she going to run in this election and almost win, Premier ain't gonna respect that. As you said, the Premier respect winners. No respect no appointed members. So if she really wanna get a respect, she gonna go come up. And I mean, it's the same thing for Mr. Brand. There's a lot of pressure on a number of the candidates. Well, those two in particular. I think everybody is free. Everybody is free. But them today, they got pressure. They got win to maintain respect. Yeah, but the people, because what the people gotta remember is if CCM ain't got no opposition, the federal government different. Even when Dougie
Yeah,
had
okay.
win eight, even when Dougie had win 8-0, Dougie still was facing Vance, um, Malcolm, and Joseph Parry on the opposition bench. Cause he never nobody in the news. So there was still opposition. It's just that Sinkits Pam wasn't able to give any opposition. But there was opposition if CCM go win all five and not be opposed. The general public has to understand there is nothing you could do until 2028 as far as from an opposition standpoint. Um, we didn't really talk about the attendance. Me and nobody went to Lataya launch. We don't really know how to judge that. Me and nobody went over there. Nobody really been affiliated.
Well,
But
you
you
see,
see,
as I said, just how we look at the NRP match and we see the attendance. You know what I mean? So yeah, boil down to the X at the end of the day. Because we will, when we look back for the past election, we look at a couple of CCM meetings, nobody there. But guess what? They showed up and they do the thing.
um, oh yeah, and I stop with that piece over there. If NRP want to fool the public into saying electoral offices this and electoral offices that, I go ahead believe in it. I'm telling you, recall in 2000, when Mark Brantley lose, um, CCM was in opposition. CCM took the matter to the court and win. I tell her, you hear that man was vex and he said, how NRP could allow the judge to. The judge is an independent story. If CCM is doing illegality, NRP need to stop put it on placard and put it into Facebook posts and all them kind of things. They need to take it down to the High Court offices and they need to deal with it in the legal way. If something illegal, all we got to do is put some legality on it. So if it's
So,
illegal, this thing needs to be highlighted. NRP, if they're gonna lose and blame that again, it's gonna be a problem. When me watch this thing with Guyanese, And okay, let me not say Ghanaians. Let me say non-nationals. And you're saying voters list are not cleaned up and all kind of thing. This is on NRP. This is on you. How come CCMB know who supposed to vote with and who get disenfranchised? Them got access to special information what NRP does never has access to. You got people who come to me and show me vibes in. And I would help them, like I would show them back vibes on an individual basis. I don't work for these parties. I only just show people vibes because I feel like it is important to be, if you want to benefit from the system, I feel like you need to be part of the system. So I would help them to be a part of the system. I'm not concerned about telling you go vote for CCM or go vote for NRP. I think that you should absorb as much information as possible and vote based on where you feel like got the best future for you and the country. I feel like that's the best option. You know, make no sense to argue and try to be right all the time. We need to, at some stage, try to get it right overall. Listen, 11 o'clock my time. So we go in.
Manners and respect to each and everybody, you know. I watch the time right. I was like, it's 8 o'clock my time. So what time is it your time?
11.
So I just want to say thanks for everybody who tuned in. You know what I mean? It was a quite, you know what I mean, exquisite show. I could use the word exquisite because if the people could use the word niche, we could use some fancy word too. Yeah. And Alan, yeah, you talk, and you preach. So let that sink in to the fans them. Yeah, man. Manners and respect to each and everybody.
Good night, Loretta. I hope you were safe during the storm. I forget to tell everybody in Florida hope I'm safe. Good night, everybody. Next week we're going to do the geothermal and present some figures, some budget figures.
All right.
Have a good night. And
yeah, man. Blessed week.
Yeah. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else choose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot, it's the rock. Girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you was a writer, no, you just an idol. You got me feeling like Big Sean in this 5, 4, 3, 2. I deserve a minute, wait a minute. Gotta get up and over, regain my composure. No longer my lover, finally finished and you did it. Girl, you really showed me, think with your heart, don't think with your body, clever. Sorry not sorry, sorry not Justin Timberlake, write me a river. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else choose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. You tried to convince me it was all in my head, and I felt like it's not you, it's me instead. I wanted to rock with you, roll with you. Said you was my baby girl, then you left me too. Everything was kosher, perfect like a poster. Then I got word that you wanna leave a picture. Off with somebody else, off with the jerk. Shame on me, I really thought that it could work. Off with somebody else, off with the loser. Shame on me, I really thought we had a. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else choose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else chose you instead.